American. I'm a very proud American citizen now. I have a very simple question for you. Immigration is a very hot issue right now. What is your position regarding open borders?
I think the question is more complicated than just a yes or no question. So yes or no answer, so if I could address it, feel free to sit down, it might take a while. I believe that we need to protect our borders from drugs that are coming in, human traffickers, things that will harm our country. What we see now from the Trump administration is that his agencies are preventing immigrants who have the legal right to come to this country to seek asylum, and he is not allowing them to come in and to be processed. I have been to the border, I have met with, I wasn't allowed to talk to the children when I went, but I was able to talk to moms who were crying, and I will never get their images out of my head. And in fact, those images are exactly what you see on TV. There is no exaggeration of what our country is doing to these families and separating them from their children. And so, in terms of immigration, people are fleeing. The United States needs to make sure that we are providing funding to the root cause of why people are fleeing to this country. It is because they are fleeing desperate situations at home. And if I were a mom of a kid in one of these countries and I was scared that someone who was in a gang, or if I was the victim of domestic violence and I was afraid that someone was going to come take away my family or kill my family, I would do exactly the same thing as these moms and these parents are doing. And at the same time, we need to make sure that as a country, we are doing what is our responsibility as a leader in the world to provide funding for some of these countries so that they can have a more stable, safe environment and free of crime. And so that's something that our country has not done sufficiently under the Trump administration. Immigration is about a lot more than about just the border, though. I just introduced new legislation this week. It's called the New Deal for New Americans. And this is to help Americans who have been here for a long time to immigrants who might not yet have applied for citizenship because it's too cumbersome or it's too expensive. It's a very comprehensive bill, but it basically is a bill that helps legal immigrants who are in this country to assimilate, to have an easier time to become citizen, to learn English, to have workforce development training so that they can continue to be productive citizens in our country, and so much more. But we need to make sure that we are addressing immigration as a comprehensive issue. So oftentimes we are reactive and just seeing what we are seeing in the news on CNN, MSNBC, or Fox, and then we react to that one problem. But there is a much larger problem, a more comprehensive problem that needs a more comprehensive solution.
Greetings from South Asian Council for Social Services, SACS. I'm Sudha Acharya, Executive Director.